I'm gonna be straight here. It Rains on Our Love is such a minimal film in the Bergman filmography, and it's barely talked about anywhere, and I really want to get back to playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so I'm just gonna skim through this pretty quickly. So, Bergman's autobiography, The Magic Lantern, doesn't even bring up this film at all from what I remember, and the photo book that comes with Ingmar Bergman's cinema, presented by Criterion Collection, literally brings up the fact that it exists, and that's about it. Why is it so forgotten about? It's a little strange because upon release it actually received some pretty good reviews, including the fact that it's a breath of fresh air in Swedish cinema, according to critic Stig Almqvist at the time. I can see where some of this praise comes from. There's an interesting tale here about two lovers that are basically fighting against the authoritative Sweden of which they reside in. The titular reign is basically society and the world around them crashing down on everything that they stand for, and while there is no real particular reason as to why this is happening to these two people, that kind of makes it special because this could happen to any two people for a whole plethora of reasons, so that kind of makes sense, and there's a definite poetic nature to this film. There's a lot of impressive imagery, including, well, rain, some great shots with the use of light and shadows to, be the obvious metaphors for dark times or flashes of hope. My favorite part has to be, well, the very beginning and the very end, because the narrator actually is in the form of a physical being, and you can assume that this is some sort of a guardian angel or spiritual being, obviously Bergman himself being conflicted between his religious beliefs at the time. Of course, we've seen Bergman break the rules of cinema a little bit better than this, but just for such an early film, to see the narrator take the form of a person who appears right at the end to bring it all together and perhaps show you why he knows this story in the first place is really interesting, whether he's a literal person who just happened to overhear everything, or if he's an actual guardian angel that was there the entire time. Aside from that, I think this kind of story has been tackled better even by Bergman himself. If you look at something like Summer with Monica, you'll see, again, two young people that form a relationship rebelling against Sweden, but I think the hardships and the self-destructive nature of these two people is much better represented in, again, Summer with Monica. Here, it's alright, and there's definitely some growth between this film and Crisis, but not by too much. At least the story is a lot more cohesive and linear. There's a lot more that can be said here. But aside from that, it's just kind of okay. I think it's time to grade it. I'm gonna go with a 6 out of 10 on this one. There's definitely some great ideas here that need to come to a stronger fruition. However, this is a lot more solid than Crisis, and it's a bit sad that it's forgotten, so if you do get the opportunity to check this one out, I highly recommend it. At least to just kind of see what it's all about. I mean, it's not gonna change your life or anything, but it's worth a glance. The doctor is out, he's gonna go play some Smash.